This absolute banger deserves to be Baby Keem's biggest hit yet. If this song started playing at the strip club, I'd take it as a sign to go home and sleep. The fact that a song with anti-vax bars charted high enough to be in this video makes me want to shove this microphone down my throat until I whole lotta red track 3. It's nothing different to what you would expect from Cardi, but it's kind of a banger with a nice bit of energy. This song is oddly catchy. It's insane that DaBaby has such an energetic presence, yet can still deliver a boring song with ease. This one is even worse because it sounds like it was produced on Fisher-Price instruments. This song is mostly hard, but whoever mixed Durk's vocals fucked up badly because it sounds like he's on the other side of the room from the microphone. I Did It is about as disjointed and awkward sounding as a track with a weird feature mix like that would be, but Lil Baby surprisingly killed it. Definitely not bad, but not really mind-blowing either. This is smooth enough, and it's pretty cool to get a chilled out interlude to chart this highly. The closest this track got to eliciting some type of emotion from me was when Drake referenced the Kanye beef a little. Champagne Poetry starts off okay, I guess, but then picks up to being great when it switches into the second beat. Travis Scott pretty much had the highlight of Certified Lover Boy with his part here. You know, the straight-faced emoji pretty solidly represents my reaction to like all of Certified Lover Boy. So we can all agree that this is Drake's laziest album possibly ever, right? I know I'm barely talking about the songs themselves during this Drake part, but it's just so hard to care. Say that you a lesbian girl, me too? This one was definitely a song. Oh my god. Apparently this track was originally meant for Savage Mode 2, and you can really tell. Rick Ross is smooth on here, and the bars are cool, but the way Drake executes his rappity rap style of tracks is rarely different or exciting nowadays. If I pretend this track is just Jay's verse, then it's pretty damn good. The second half is decent, I guess. Okay, this song proves that CLB does have some bangers, they're just few and far between. At least the beat and Drake have some real energy on here, even if the bars are filled with enough corn to feed the crow population of the world. Holy shit, we're still talking about Drake. The rap verse on this song is alright. It's another Drake stream of consciousness style flow over a more soulful beat type of track that we've heard a million times from him now. It's just really funny that a Drake song sampling R. Kelly exists. This song washes most of CLB, and Lil Baby stole the show on here. They had the opportunity to make a really fun, lighthearted track with this, and instead made a generic trap banger that took itself a bit too seriously. I liked everything on Scary Hours too, and it was honestly a better project than CLB with just 3 songs. And the final CLB song we have to talk about is actually really solid. Everyone came through on this one. Let's go. I'm gonna give this track a fairly nice, smooth start, and then Future ramped up the energy with his verse and stole the track. Give us a whole J. Cole and Bass collab project, man. This shit is immaculate. Hearing J. Cole rapping with hunger like this late into his career is inspirational to listen to. This kind of feels like if J. Cole made a song over a Lil Baby and Gunna type beat, and the result is actually pretty nice. Cole was spitting bars on this song, and the beat slaps, but I'm giving it a 0 out of 10 for providing people with a bar to mindlessly use whenever someone fairly criticizes a famous person. Close reminds me of the For Your Eyes Only song with its reflective storytelling verse about a friend that Cole lost to the street life. The verses here are great, I just think the song could have been tied together with a stronger hook. A pretty decent single to release from this project. This probably has one of the wisest and most thoughtful verses from Cole on the off-season project. This is one of the best hits I've heard this year. To me, it sounds like an even better version of 21 Savage's A Lot. The concept of this track is really cool, and I especially loved Cole's breakdown of how pride makes people act. Not a big fan of the instrumental, but Cole carries it with his fiery delivery and cold bars. This song is not bad at all, but it still doesn't feel like Joyner Lucas knows what direction he's really heading in with his music. Juice was slick as hell on this track, but I honestly feel like the Justin Bieber feature didn't add anything to the song. This was the first good rap song to chart in 2021, and it still remains one of the catchiest. The lyrics of this chorus hurt to hear now, considering it's been officially released a couple years after the passing of Juice. I played this song for the local local minister of my church, and he immediately downloaded the Donda album on his phone. And then he immediately deleted it when he reached the throat coat for the throat goats line in this song. This one has grown on me since I first listened to the album. Vori and the production in particular are amazing. Bro, if this song isn't in the trailer for a dramatic ass movie one day, then we have failed as a society. Weekend great, Kanye pretty good, and Lil Baby disappointing. This has become my go-to song to listen to if my girlfriend is mad at me about something. Kanye's verse almost made me cry on this song, so it's pretty damn powerful. I'd say the features are the main highlights here, but beautiful song overall. This song grows on me with every listen, and I can't imagine how hard it would hit if I saw it performed live. I mean, it literally makes me feel like my soul is floating up to the moon, so I think it achieved the vibe it was going for. Everyone fucking crushed it on here, one of the best on Donda. This is a great track, but if I'm being honest, I do skip it after Yachty's verse every time. Baby Keem stole the show on this track. His verse was weird and took a while to get going, but he really made it work in my opinion. Hands down, the weirdest track on Donda, to the point where I don't reckon that Soulja Boy verse would sound too out of place on it. It's actually pretty cool how Kodak lines up his hook on here with the vocals in the background for a more explicit version of that sample. This was one of the hardest tracks on The Voice of the Heroes, but someone made Durk's vocals less clear than Baby's again. Honestly, everyone came through on this one, and that's coming from someone that's not the biggest Durk or Baby fan. How It Feels was on the brink of being amazing, but once again, Baby and Durk's vocals sound like they were mixed for two different songs instead of being mixed to work together on the track. I do like when Durk and Baby make more up-tempo, fast-paced songs, and the addition of Meek Mill on here made for one of the most consistently great songs on their project. This one is pretty great too. I especially like Durk's hook on it. I also like Who I Want, with its nice hook from Durk and Baby snapping on the second verse in particular. The day that Lil Baby starts to get more interesting production on his own music will be the day that he really grows on me as an artist. Is it me, or is there a big gap between feature Baby and solo Baby, because this whole song bumps? No Auto Durk gets a thumbs up from me. It's pretty basic, but it is very catchy. This goes fucking crazy. Every single rapper glided over that great instrumental. This seems very clearly geared towards blowing up on TikTok, but it's pretty damn smooth, so I can't complain. When TJ's album dropped this year, I wasn't interested in checking it out, but I might now because all these singles have bumped. This song wins the 2021 award for the worst first verse opening bars. Meek Mill is known for his extremely energetic intros for a goddamn reason. The way this track is structured to have everyone trading bars throughout it is cool as hell. If I ever hear this song in the strip club, I'm shaking ass on the dance floor, I don't care. Avalanche is one of the only songs from Culture 3 where I remember how it sounds. It's not like it's the worst thing I've ever heard, but I just don't care. I'm assuming the reason the first three tracks from Culture 3 were the highest charting is because most people streaming the album gave up before reaching the second half. Hard for the Next is pretty solid. I love how Future and Moneybagg Yo work with that more laid back beat. Moneybagg Yo's flow is cold, but I'm gonna be honest, this beat is pretty weak. Not bad, not mind-blowing, it just exists. Okay, this one I definitely like because of that recognizable sample and the personification of Lean as a woman in the lyrics, while Moneybagg Yo talks about the toxic relationship that he has with it. Missed opportunity to not drop this on Halloween with how brilliantly dark and intense it is. That instrumental goes crazy and everyone rapped pretty damn solidly over it. I've seen a lot of people clowning this beat, but I actually appreciate that it's a different sound for Polo, and Wayne comes through with another song-stealing 2021 feature. I didn't know I needed to hear Polo aggressively rapping over a beat sampling Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal, but here we are. One of my favorites from Polo's Hall of Fame album. Say what you want about Leroy, but he can make a great sounding hook. It's crazy that this went #1 in the US when it doesn't really sound any different from a lot of other Polo songs. This is the best version of Tell the Vision that exists. Please check it out if you've only heard the Donda version. Motley Crue has its catchy moments and the beat slaps, but I feel like it really lacks the replay value of other post tracks. I usually love Roddy, and while while Late at Night is pretty smooth, something about it just hasn't stuck for me and I barely revisit it. Damn, Rod Wave should have saved this hook for Rick Ross's new album. Rod Wave has beautiful vocals, but his music has been so oversaturated since 2020 that the impact of them gets severely dampened for me with every new album and deluxe. And I felt similarly about this one right until the chorus, where we hear the OP combination of rap song with choir vocals. Doja Cat is fire on this, she made the song for me. Leroy gets a lot of hate from what I've seen, but he has a good formula for making hits, and the features work surprisingly well on here. With that being said, this one comes across as a leftover from Roddy Ricch in Mustard Sessions that got passed over to Leroy. Considering Travis Scott said he'd be delivering a new exciting sound with his next album, it was extremely disappointing to hear this generic Travis song as a single this year. Ditto what I said for the last one, but just slightly better. This one's okay, but I'm not a huge fan of how Trippy's flow on the hook fits into the beat. It's got a great instrumental. Man, it sucks that we can't ever get a Trippie Redd and Juice WRLD collaboration album because their chemistry together always makes them a joy to listen to. Wayne's verse here was so nice that I'm surprised I didn't see it all over Twitter with the caption, "Who said Lil Wayne fell off?" Tyler took a beat that would have fit in on Cherry Bomb, got Lil Uzi Vert and Pharrell to rap over it along with him, and made an absolute banger out of it. That transition from Tyler into Doug is one of the hardest things I've heard this year. There is a lot of great songs on Call Me If You Get Lost, but this is undoubtedly the grittiest and rawest one. Tyler's legendary pickup line alone makes this one of the best songs that dropped this year. The issues I mentioned with Rod Wave apply to YoungBoy too, where he actually makes pretty solid songs, but he just drops so damn many that the impact of them is numbed every time something new comes out from him, and it's hard for me to really engage with them. Man, I am abusing run-on sentences in this video. But I can't lie, the harmonizing on this and some of the melodic flows along with the personal lyrical content is pretty smooth. Oh wait, this one is actually pretty solid too. Okay, fuck it. L plus Ratio plus YoungBoy better. I love Young Thug, man, but his charting songs this year have lacked a lot of the excitement and unpredictability that makes him so great, and some of them, like Bubbly, are extremely boring. Someone needs to call the FBI, because in this song, Young Thug confesses to facilitating human trafficking. We just couldn't end this video without me mentioning how Drake has given up on trying in 2021 one more time, could we? And finally, we're closing it on a good note, thankfully, as Ski never fails to make me smile with its upbeat vibe. And there we go, that is all 122 or so hit rap songs this year reviewed and or joked about in one sentence. So to close it out, let's go through my 10 best and 10 worst songs this year from the hits covered in this video. I wasn't going to leave you guys without a 10 best and 10 worst list, don't worry. Top 10 hit rap songs this year, from the bottom to the top: Megan Thee Stallion Thought Shit, Nardo Wick Who Wants Smoke, Lil TJ Polo G and 5EO Forum with Headshot, Trippie Redd and Juice WRLD Matt Hardy 999, Juice WRLD and Young Thug Bad Boy, Drake You Only Live Twice. Yes, a Drake song did make it onto my best hit songs list, so at least that's something. 4, Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar Family Ties, Tyler the Creator What's Your Name, J. Cole My Life, and my personal best hit rap song of 2021, Kanye West with Off the Grid featuring Playboi Carti and 5EO Foreign. And the 10 worst, from the bottom to the top: number 10, Masked Wolf, Astronaut in the Ocean, Young Thug and Gunna, Solid featuring Drake, Travis Scott, Escape Plan, Migos, Having Our Way featuring Drake, Young Thug, Bubbly featuring Travis Scott and Drake, Bia with Whole Lot of Money, Kanye West, Remote Control featuring Young Thug, Lil Baby with Red Light Green Light, Drake, once again, with In the Bible, and as my number 1 worst hit rap song of 2021, if you haven't guessed it by now, I'll be surprised, it's Bryson Gray with Let's Go Brandon featuring Tyson James and Chandler Crump. I know this video is a little bit different than my usual 10 best and 10 worst hit rap songs of the year videos, but I had a lot of fun switching it up with the new concept this year. So up next, I'm going to be doing a tier list of every new rap album I listened to in 2021, so stay tuned for that. Click on the screen right there for another video of mine to hold you over until then, and that is it for this this one. Much love to all my supporters on Patreon, they're on the screen right now, and a special shout out to my biggest supporters, Big Daddy Foe, David, I Am Region, I Runner, and Psycho Sam Productions.